Hey everybody, hope you're well. It's a Monday. I worked yesterday on a Sunday, so I've got Monday off. So I'm up at the very north of Okinawa and Yambado in the jungle. And as it's a Monday, there is no one around. So the roads are quiet, the little villages are quiet. It's just lovely. It's pretty overcast, but it's just so nice to be out in nature, reset. I love going out with my friends. I love drinking. I love watching sports. I love so much stuff, but nature photography, I can just reset, forget everything that may be on my plate, and it's just so peaceful. And if you told me 20 years ago that I would be into bird photography, I'd have laughed at you, but I'm so blessed to have found this hobby. I absolutely love it. But anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about. So actually, I'm here and I found these dragonflies that are flying. There's probably 5 or 6 of them. And I'm not sure I've seen them before. They're stunning, looking down at them at the colours, black and yellow. Now it's a very cluttered background. So basically we've just got sort of jungle forest here. And they're probably about 7 or 8 meters below me. No, maybe 4 or 5 meters below me actually. Flittering around, and they're super fast, so it's very difficult to get focus. And what I thought I'd try, because I've got no schedule today, take my time, do whatever I want. This is the first time I'm properly trying the AF limiter. I've tried it lots of times before, but very vague, like 10 meters to affinity. I don't really, but because I've got time, I'm really sort of dialing it in. So I'm trying 2 meters to 6 meters, or 3 meters to 8 meters, or so I'm really trying different settings, and it's really helping with getting these shots. Now unfortunately I'm shooting down, it's not eye level. Because the colours are so beautiful of these dragonflies, I don't think it really matters. I think it's just a beautiful scene. So I think at the moment I've got about 2 meters to about 6 meters. And there's lots of missed shots, as always. I'm in silent sequential, so that's 20 frames a second. It's pretty overcast, so I don't want to go too mad, but I'm at 1,600 a second, f4. I was doing it with the teleconverter on, and that was just more difficult. So I've taken the teleconverter off. I'm at f4, 1,600 a second, auto ISO. I'm not sure what it's going up to, but I am actually getting some shots. And as I said, they are really beautiful. And I don't usually like shooting down on stuff or even up on stuff. I like being at eye level of everything, but these are stunning dragonflies. So anyway, this seems to be a great search situation to use the AF limiter, because usually I'm lazy, I can't be bothered to do stuff. So let's see what I can get. Anyway, look at this. I can hear a Yippee robin over there. Just beautiful. Yay! Just having my lunch. There looks like there's a big snake up on the road. Just gonna have a look. Yeah, I think it's moving. I think there is. If a car comes now, he's gonna get hit. Cool, doesn't matter. How cool is that? That is Akamata, Ryukyu odd-tooth snake. So cool. I think it's a juvenile because it hasn't got great markings. Sometimes they're beautiful with great markings. See if I can get some shots, and hopefully he'll get off the road. I'm a complete chicken when it comes to snakes, so I will try and shoo him off. But that's very cool. Usually they're nocturnal, so you don't usually see these guys in the day. Bonus. I had to finish my lunch quickly, but let's see if I can get some shots and see if we can get him off the road, because a car comes, he's going to be in trouble. I was wrong. It wasn't an Akamata. It was a Pryor's. I can't remember. I'll remember later. But it's a Pryor's snake. Pryor's killback. and mildly venomous. And I think that was only decided a few years ago that they're now venomous. For years it says they weren't venomous. But he was quite big, very cool. When I only got quick shots, and then I got down to eye level of it, and its sort of head went up like a cobra, and then he scarpered off. So the good thing is he's off the road. So because I see so many more dead snakes than I see alive, unfortunately, on the roads. But that was so cool. Those guys you do see during the day. Akamatas you don't see so much during the day, but he was quite big. That's probably the biggest one I've seen prior to killback. So I only really got a couple of shots of the head. Not very interesting. He was on the floor, and then, but as soon as I got down, his head went up, and then he scarpered with his head up. I don't know how they do that. Kind of like a cobra, but hopefully he doesn't come back on. But anyway, let's go back to the spot. That's where I was before. Yeah. I was going to stay at home today. I'd have just watched Netflix and sort of started drinking early, and I'm seeing wild snakes. Come on. So I've set up the AF limiter to this button here, which is exactly as I did on the EM1 Mark II before I had the OM1. And what I do is I press this and simultaneously turn the front dial, and as you can see it gives me three options. So the first option is off, and the second option is, at the moment it's 12 meters to 200 meters. Second option is 10 meters to 90 meters, and the third option is 2 meters to 5.9 meters, which is what I was using when taking the photos of the dragonflies. And you can set these up by going into the menu, and I actually have it set in my thingy, so it's here, and there you can go and set each one. And to make it a lot quicker, I just set it up. I just have it programmed to here, so I can use it in the field. Before I used to use it all the time for birds in flight, but because they were just basically distant birds in flight, it really didn't make much difference. But for macro stuff, I've used it quite a lot, where the object is maybe only 60-70 centimeters away, so I know I can be very specific with how I set it up. And also it was very useful while photographing these dragonflies, because the autofocus, the background was so cluttered and so close to the subject that it was just picking up the background every time. And I think any autofocus would do that, but by just changing it a little bit, I really did feel it helped getting me more keepers. And also one thing of note is you need to have this set to the middle one, 1.4 to infinity. If you set it to 4 to infinity, it won't work, the AF limiter. So it's got to be set at that one, and then you can use it. This really was difficult, and 80-90% of the pictures I got looked like this. It was just a blurred version of the background. What was significant with these shots is I totally visualized before I started the exact shot I wanted and the exact background I wanted. And a lot of the background was very cluttered because the dragonfly was only just above it, but there was a little area where the background was further away and there wasn't so many different colors in that background, and that's where I wanted it to be. So I had in my mind the type of wing position I wanted, how far I wanted it away from the camera, and the background I wanted. And of course, to get that, I knew I was going to get a lot of misses. So that's what happened. I did get a lot of misses, but the final results I was really happy with. So heading home after a great day up north. Weather wasn't great, but I saw lots of cool species. Because there'd been a bit of rain, I saw several species on the middle of the road that you wouldn't usually see in the daytime. There was a frog just sitting in the middle of the road. Of course, I saw the snake. I saw a tree lizard in the middle of the road. But I saw lots of cool species today. It was just really fun just to get away from it all and just reset. And I had my Nikon Z6 II with the 500mm PF, which I used a little bit, and also I had my Olympus OM1 300mm f4 with its teleconverter. And again, I reached for the OM1 all the time, just because it's so flexible. If it's a bird, it's great. If it's a reptile or a frog, also great, with its 1 meter focusing distance, minimum focusing distance. So it's so flexible. I just know it works for any situation. So I didn't get as much video footage as I would have liked, and that's something I've got to get used to. I just always go for stills first, and that's something I'm going to have to try to change, because obviously you guys are watching a video, you want to see some video footage rather than just photos. So I didn't get much video footage, but yeah, just a really fun day. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.